Hello, everyone, and welcome to Fast Talk English. Let's speak better English together.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Emma. We are here to help you improve your conversational English through real, natural dialogue.
Today, we have a really important topic. We're going to teach you how to talk about your country in English. This is so useful because when you meet people from other countries, one of the first questions they ask is, "Where are you from?" And then they want to know more about your country.
Exactly. Whether you're traveling, studying abroad, working with international colleagues, or just making friends online, knowing how to describe your country is essential.
So if this video is helpful, please give us a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, subscribe to our channel and click the bell so you never miss a lesson.
All right, we're excited to share this lesson with you. Let's get started.
Hey, Emma, how are you today?
I'm really good, thanks. I'm excited about today's topic, actually. How about you?
I'm doing well. A little tired, though. I stayed up late last night watching a documentary.
Oh, really? What was it about?
It was about different countries and their cultures. It was fascinating. They showed beautiful places in Japan, Brazil, Egypt, and Norway. It made me want to travel more.
That sounds amazing. I love documentaries like that. What did you do this weekend?
On Saturday, I went to an international food festival in the city. There were food stalls from about 20 different countries. I tried food from Korea, Mexico, Greece, and India. It was delicious.
Oh, I love those festivals. The food is always so good. I spent my weekend reading a book about different traditions around the world. It's interesting how every country has unique customs and celebrations.
That's really cool. You know, speaking of different countries and cultures, that actually connects perfectly to today's topic.
It does. When you meet people from different places, talking about your country is one of the best ways to share your culture and learn about theirs.
So let's talk about how to do that in English.
Okay, Jack. Imagine we just met at an international conference and you want to tell me about your country. How would you start?
Well, I would probably start with the basics. I'm from the United States, specifically from California. It's on the west coast of America.
That's a great start. You gave the country name and the specific region. That's important because many countries are very large and different regions can be quite different.
Exactly. California is very different from New York or Texas. What about you, Emma? Where are you from?
I'm from Canada. I'm from Vancouver, which is in British Columbia. It's on the West Coast too, actually, not far from California.
Oh, so we're practically neighbors. What's Vancouver like?
Vancouver is a beautiful city. It's surrounded by mountains and ocean. The nature is stunning. We have forests, beaches, and mountains all close to the city.
That sounds amazing. So when you describe your country, talking about geography is important. What else should we mention?
Well, weather is a common topic. People always want to know about the weather. What's the weather like in your area?
In California, especially where I'm from, in Southern California, the weather is sunny most of the year. We have very mild winters and hot, dry summers. We don't get much rain.
That's so different from my experience. In Vancouver, we get a lot of rain, especially in the winter. It's not very cold, but it's wet. People always joke that we have 9 months of rain.
Really? 9 months? That's a lot of rain.
Well, it's an exaggeration, but it does rain frequently. But that's why everything is so green and beautiful. The rain is actually good for nature.
That makes sense. So we have very different climates, even though we're both on the West Coast.
Exactly. Now, what about the population? How many people live in your country?
The United States has about 330 million people. It's the third most populous country in the world. California alone has almost 40 million people.
Wow, that's huge. Canada has only about 38 million people in the entire country. So your one state has more people than my whole country.
That's surprising. But Canada is a very large country, right?
Yes, Canada is the second largest country in the world by area, but most of it is not heavily populated. Most Canadians live near the southern border, close to the United States.
Interesting. So size and population are different things. What about languages? What languages do people speak in your country?
Canada has two official languages, English and French. In most of the country, people speak English, but in Quebec, the province east of Ontario, most people speak French.
That's really interesting. Do you speak French?
I speak a little French. I learned it in school, but I'm not fluent. In Vancouver, we mostly speak English. What about the U.S.?
The United States doesn't have an official language at the federal level, but English is the main language. However, Spanish is also very widely spoken. In California, many people speak Spanish, and you see signs in both English and Spanish everywhere.
That's similar to Canada with English and French signs. It reflects the diversity of the country. Speaking of diversity, that's another important thing to talk about. What's the culture like in your country?
American culture is very diverse because people come from all over the world. We have immigrants from Asia, Latin America, Europe, Africa, everywhere. So there's a mix of traditions and cultures.
Canada is similar. We call ourselves a multicultural country. We have people from China, India, the Philippines, the Middle East, and many other places. In Vancouver, you can find authentic food from almost any country.
I love that about North America. You can experience different cultures without traveling. What about traditional food from your country? What would you say is typical Canadian food?
That's a tricky question because Canada is so multicultural. But some traditional foods are poutine, which is French fries with gravy and cheese curds. It's delicious, but very heavy. We also have maple syrup, which Canada is famous for.
Oh, I love maple syrup. I put it on my pancakes every weekend.
Yes, Canada produces about 70% of the world's maple syrup. What about American food?
Well, hamburgers and hot dogs are classic American foods. We also have barbecue, which is different depending on the region. Southern barbecue is very famous, and apple pie is a traditional American dessert.
I love apple pie. My grandmother used to make it. Food is such a good way to share culture. What about holidays? What are some important holidays in your country?
Independence Day on July 4th is probably the most patriotic holiday. We celebrate the founding of the United States. There are fireworks, parades, and barbecues. We also celebrate Thanksgiving in November.
We have Thanksgiving, too, in October. It's a time when families get together and have a big meal, usually with turkey.
Same in the U.S. What other holidays do Canadians celebrate?
We celebrate Canada Day on July 1st. It's similar to your Independence Day. There are celebrations across the country with fireworks and festivals. And of course, Christmas and New Year's are big holidays too.
Those are universal in many countries. What about famous places in your country? If someone visits Canada, where should they go?
Oh, there are so many beautiful places. Niagara Falls is very famous, though it's on the border with the U.S. The Rocky Mountains are stunning. Banff National Park is incredible. And each city has its own character. Toronto is multicultural and busy. Montreal has European charm. And Vancouver has nature and ocean.
Canada sounds beautiful. I need to visit more of it. What about wildlife? Are there special animals in Canada?
Yes, we have moose, bears, beavers, and caribou. The beaver is actually one of our national symbols. We also have whales on the coasts. Have you ever seen a bear?
Yes, I've seen bears in California, yes. We have black bears in the mountains, but you have to be careful because they can be dangerous.
Absolutely. In Canada, we have both black bears and grizzly bears. People who go hiking need to know how to stay safe around bears.
That's an important point. Now, let's talk about what your country is famous for internationally. What do you think Canada is known for around the world?
I think Canada is known for being polite and friendly. There's a stereotype that Canadians say sorry a lot and are very nice. We're also known for hockey. It's our national sport, and we're very passionate about it.
Hockey is huge in Canada. I remember the Winter Olympics, and Canada always does well in hockey. What else?
We're known for our natural beauty, the cold weather, and maple syrup, of course. Some people also know Canadian actors and musicians like Ryan Reynolds, Drake, and Celine Dion.
That's true. Canada has produced a lot of famous entertainers. What do you think the United States is known for?
That's easy. Hollywood and movies, fast food like McDonald's and Coca-Cola, technology companies like Apple and Google, and music, especially hip-hop and rock.
Yeah, American culture has a big influence around the world. We're also known for being direct and ambitious. Americans are seen as hardworking and entrepreneurial.
That's a good description. Every country has its own character and reputation. What do you love most about your country?
I love the diversity and the opportunities. In America, you can meet people from everywhere and pursue your dreams. There's an optimistic spirit. What about you?
I love the natural beauty and the quality of life. Canada is peaceful and safe. I also appreciate the healthcare system and the social safety net. People take care of each other.
Those are different strengths. It shows that every country has its own values and priorities. Are there things you would change about your country?
That's a thoughtful question. I think every country has challenges. In Canada, housing is becoming very expensive in big cities. It's hard for young people to buy homes. Also, we need to do better at reconciling with Indigenous peoples and addressing historical injustices.
Those are serious issues. In the U.S., healthcare is very expensive, and not everyone has access to good healthcare. We also have political divisions and debates about immigration and social issues.
Every country is working on improving. It's important to be honest about challenges while also appreciating the good things.
I agree. When you talk about your country, you can share both what you love and what could be better. It shows you think critically. What advice would you give to someone visiting your country for the first time?
I would say bring a rain jacket if you're coming to Vancouver and be prepared for long distances. Canada is huge, so traveling between cities takes time. Canadians are friendly, so don't be shy about asking for help or directions.
Good advice. For the U.S., I'd say learn some basic geography because the country is large and diverse. The culture in New York is different from Texas or California. Also, tipping is expected in restaurants, usually 15 to 20%.
Oh, that's important. Tipping culture varies by country. In Canada, we tip too, similar amounts. What about transportation? How do people get around in your country?
Most Americans drive cars. Public transportation exists in big cities like New York and San Francisco, but in most places you need a car. The country is built around cars and highways.
Canada is similar. Outside of major cities, you really need a car. But in cities like Toronto and Vancouver, public transportation is good. We have buses, trains, and subways.
What about the cost of living? Is your country expensive?
It depends on the city. Vancouver and Toronto are very expensive, especially for housing. But smaller cities and rural areas are more affordable. Food and daily expenses are moderate.
The U.S. is similar. Cities like San Francisco and New York are extremely expensive, but there are many affordable places too. It really varies.
This is great information. We've covered so much about describing a country. We talked about location, geography, weather, population, language, culture, food, holidays, famous places, what the country is known for, personal opinions, and practical advice.
That's a complete picture. When someone asks you about your country, you now have many topics to discuss.
You know, Jack, while we were talking, we used many useful words and phrases that are important when describing your country. Let's go through some of them.
Great idea. Let's help our viewers learn these words.
First word, region. A region is a specific area or part of a country. For example, California is a region of the United States.
Right, and I said that I'm from the West Coast region. Different regions have different characteristics.
Exactly. Another example, the northern region of Canada is very cold. Or, which region of your country do you live in?
Which region of your country has the best food? I think in the U.S., the southern region has amazing food.
Good question. I think every region has great food. Now, next word, climate. Climate is the typical weather pattern of a place over a long time.
Oh, so it's different from weather.
Yes. Weather is what's happening right now or today. Climate is the general pattern. For example, California has a dry climate, means it's usually dry there.
I see. So I can say Canada has a cold climate, or my country has a tropical climate.
Perfect. The opposite of a hot climate is a cold climate, and we also say humid climate or dry climate.
What's the climate like in your hometown?
Vancouver has a mild, wet climate. Not too hot, not too cold, but rainy. Next word, Populous. This means having many people or a large population.
Right. I said the U.S. is the third most populous country. It means we have many people.
Yes. For example, China and India are the most populous countries in the world, or Tokyo is a very populous city.
You can also say densely populated, which means many people live in a small area.
Exactly. The opposite is sparsely populated, which means few people in a large area. Most of northern Canada is sparsely populated.
Good explanation. Next word, diversity or diverse. This means having many different types or varieties.
Yes, we talked about cultural diversity. It means people from many different backgrounds and cultures live together.
The United States is very diverse. We have people from all over the world.
You can say, my country is diverse, or I love the diversity of foods in my city. It shows variety and difference.
What do you love most about the diversity in Canada?
I love learning about different cultures and trying different foods. Next phrase, known for. When something is known for something, it means that's what it's famous for.
Right. Canada is known for maple syrup and hockey. Those are the things people think of when they think of Canada.
Exactly. Italy is known for pizza and pasta. Japan is known for sushi and technology. What is your country known for?
My hometown is known for its beautiful beaches.
Perfect example. Now, the word multicultural. This means including many different cultures.
Both Canada and the U.S. are multicultural countries because we have immigrants from everywhere.
Yes, Vancouver is a multicultural city, means people from many cultures live there.
You can see this in the food, festivals, and languages you hear on the street.
Next word, stereotype. A stereotype is a fixed, often oversimplified idea about a group of people.
Right. You mentioned the stereotype that Canadians are polite and say sorry a lot.
Yes, stereotypes can be positive or negative, but they don't describe everyone. It's a stereotype that all Americans are loud. Some are, some aren't.
Stereotypes are generalizations. They might have some truth, but they're not true for every individual.
Exactly. Another word, indigenous. Indigenous people are the original inhabitants of a land, the people who were there first.
In North America, the indigenous peoples are Native Americans in the U.S. and First Nations, Inuit, and Métis in Canada.
Yes, we need to respect indigenous cultures and rights. Many countries have indigenous populations with unique traditions.
That's an important word. Next one, reconciliation. This means restoring friendship or harmony after conflict.
I mentioned that Canada is working on reconciliation with Indigenous peoples. It means addressing past wrongs and building better relationships.
You can say the country is working towards reconciliation, or reconciliation takes time and effort.
It's about healing and moving forward together. Next word, entrepreneurial. This describes someone who starts businesses and takes risks to create opportunities.
I said Americans are seen as entrepreneurial. It means they like to start businesses and chase new ideas.
Yes, she has an entrepreneurial spirit, means she's creative and willing to take business risks. My country encourages entrepreneurial activities.
Silicon Valley in California is very entrepreneurial. Many tech companies start there.
Last word, tipping. Tipping means giving extra money to someone who provided a service, like a waiter or taxi driver.
In the U.S. and Canada, tipping is very common. You usually tip 15 to 20% at restaurants.
Not all countries have tipping culture. In some countries, tipping is unusual or even considered rude.
That's why it's important to know about tipping when you travel. Don't forget to tip your server. Or, is tipping expected in your country?
Great question. In Canada, yes, tipping is expected. Okay, let's quickly review all the vocabulary. Region, climate, populous, diversity or diverse, known for, multicultural, stereotype, indigenous, reconciliation, entrepreneurial, and tipping.
Those are really useful words for talking about countries and cultures.
Okay, Jack, that was a lot of talking about countries and cultures.
It was. We covered so much information. I hope our viewers feel confident now about describing their countries.
Let's think about what we learned today so we can remember the important points.
Good idea. Let's break it down.
First, we learned how to give basic information about your country. You start with the country name and your specific region or city. We use phrases like I'm from and I live in, and it's located in.
Right. And then we talked about geography and physical features. You can describe mountains, oceans, rivers, forests, or deserts. We use phrases like, it's surrounded by, and we have, and the landscape is.
Then we discussed weather and climate. Remember, weather is today, climate is the general pattern. We use phrases like, the weather is usually, and we have a hot, cold, mild, tropical climate, and it rains/snows a lot in.
After that, we covered population and languages. We talked about how many people live there and what languages they speak. We say the population is about, and people speak, and the official language is.
Next, we talked about culture, food, and holidays. This is where you can share interesting details. We use phrases like, we celebrate, and traditional food includes, and we're known for, and a typical dish is.
Then we discuss what your country's famous for internationally. This is the reputation and stereotypes, both good and bad. We say, my country's known for, and people think of, and we're famous for.
We also learn to share personal opinions, both positive and negative. You can say what you love and what could be improved. We use phrases like, I love, and I appreciate, and one challenge is, and we're working on.
Finally, we talked about practical advice for visitors. We give tips about transportation, tipping, cost of living, and cultural customs. We say, if you visit, you should, and be prepared for, and don't forget to.
See, when you break it down into sections, it's actually quite simple. You have a clear structure to follow.
And you don't need to cover everything. Just choose the most interesting or important points about your country.
Exactly. Now you can have a long, interesting conversation about your country in English.
Now we want to hear from you. This is our favorite part.
Yes, we want to know about your country. Our question of the day is, what is your country known for, and what is one thing you love about your country?
Let me answer first. The United States is known for Hollywood, technology, and fast food. One thing I love about my country is the diversity. I love meeting people from different backgrounds and learning about their cultures.
That's a great answer. For me, Canada is known for being polite, hockey, and natural beauty. One thing I love about Canada is the nature. We have incredible forests, mountains, and lakes. I feel peaceful when I'm in nature.
See, we have different answers, and that's okay. Every person has their own perspective on their country.
So, viewers, we want to know about you. What is your country known for around the world, and what is one thing you love about living there or being from there?
Please tell us in the comments. Write something like, I'm from country, my country is known for, famous thing, I love what you love.
For example, I'm from Brazil. My country is known for soccer, carnival, and the Amazon rainforest. I love the music and the friendly people.
Or, I'm from Japan. My country is known for technology, anime, and sushi. I love the efficiency and respect in Japanese culture.
These are just examples. We want to hear your real answer about your country.
This helps us in two ways. First, it helps us understand our viewers better so we can make videos that are useful for you. Second, it helps you practice writing in English.
So please take a moment and write your answer in the comments. We read all of them, and we love learning about different countries and cultures.
We're excited to hear from you.
Thank you so much for watching today's lesson. We hope you feel more confident talking about your country in English.
If this video was helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. It really helps us know that you enjoy these lessons.
And if you're new to Fast Talk English, please click the subscribe button and click the little bell notification. That way, you won't forget to join us for our next lesson.
We post new videos every day with practical English lessons that you can use in real life.
You are all great students, and we appreciate you taking the time to learn with us. Keep practicing your English every day. Remember, the more you practice, the more confident you become.
Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are how we learn.
Talk about your country with your friends, write about it, practice the vocabulary we learned today. You're doing great.
Have a wonderful day, evening, and night wherever you are in the world.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.